Hey, what's up you guys? This is Becky and this is gonna be my second video. I decided to film a foundation contour highlight routine for you guys. This is actually gonna be round 2. I tried filming it for you guys during the weekend, but it didn't really go so well because after spending hours on editing, then another hour on trying to upload it, I came across some copyright infringement. So now I know better, and here goes round 2. So if you want to go ahead and see how I do my current foundation highlight and contour routine, go ahead and keep watching. So I actually came home from work, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take off my makeup and go ahead and reapply it to show you guys how I put on my foundation, contour, and highlight. So what I'm gonna do is take off my makeup right now, and you'll go ahead and see me without any foundation. Don't judge. I have like 2 breakouts on my face. I think I have one like over here and one big one right here, and then one huge one in the middle of my forehead, so don't say none. Alright, so this is how I look like without any face makeup. I still have my eyes and my lips on, just no foundation or anything on my face. So I'm not sure if this camera is gonna make it show up, but I do have this red pimple right there, and then another one in the middle of my forehead like I said earlier, and then I do have a lot of redness and previous acne scars from when I had acne. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and cover up these acne scars and pimples. I'll show you guys how. First, we're going to prep the skin. Always prep the skin first, don't go straight into foundation. So what we're gonna do is do some eye cream. This is going to help smooth out the under eye, help it from creasing when you put on the concealer and everything. So what I'm going to do is, this is the Eye Duty Triple Remedy from First Aid. This is my favorite eye cream at the moment. You can see it work instantly. So what I'm going to do is take a small amount of eye cream, this little, and I'm going to apply it to my under eye. I'm gonna pat it with my finger, but you can see it brighter instantly. It's a peachy color, so that's why it brightens up the under eye, and it also helps depuff it a little bit as well. Now we're going to go into the moisturizer. Always moisturize before you put on primer or foundation. This is the moisturizer that I'm using, the Hydra Matte Emulsion from Embryolisse. They also have the regular Lait Cream Concentrate, I believe, but that one's a bit too thick for me, so I do like this one because it is thinner and it's for oily skin, which is exactly what I have. I'm going to take a brush like this and apply it all over my face. Alright, so the skin is prepped. I'm going to let that dry for a moment and I'll be back. Alright, so now that the moisturizer and eye primer are set, we're going to go in with the primer. I'm using my Veil Cosmetics Sunset Light Primer, and it's just very moisturizing. It helps with the pores and also helps smooth out the makeup. So that's what we're going to be using. It also helps it last longer, of course. That's what primer is used for. So we're going to go in with the same stippling brush again and just brush that all over the face. Now we're gonna let that set and I'll be back again. Alright, so now we're ready to go in with covering up any scars and then going in with the foundation. So what I'm going to do is cover up my new scars or new pimples at the moment. So what I'm going to do is go in with the corrector to cancel out any redness. You're going to go in with the green color. So I don't have any cream color correctors at the moment, but I will go in with a green eyeshadow, and I feel like it works just as well. I'm just going to dip a brush into a green eyeshadow, and we're going to go ahead and dab it onto the pimple. Then I'm going to top it off with the concealer. So you can see like 2 little green dots on my face. We're going to go in with the concealer. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in the color 1.0. I'm not sure if you can see that. This is how it looks like. So we're going to go in with that concealer and just dab it onto the blemish. Blend it out a little bit with a sponge. Alright, now that's covered up, we're going to go ahead and go in with the foundation. And if you watched my first video, you know that my favorite combo at the moment is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo foundation. It's a full coverage foundation. Feels pretty thick, so that's why I don't like to use too much of it. I'll use 1 pump of this right here. And then I'll go in with the Mercier Silk Cream Oil-Free Foundation. This one is also a full coverage foundation, semi-matte finish. But it does feel a little bit thinner, so I'll do about the same amount of this foundation. I'll go in with the foundation brush, just like this. Mix it together. And I'll apply it on. And then I'm just applying it randomly or in a messy way because we're going to go ahead and blend it out with a sponge anyways. Go in with the sponge. I'm using the contour sponge. I'll discuss this later on, but I'm using the contour sponge right now to blend out my foundation. Now we're going to go in with the concealer. I'm using the same concealer as I used earlier to cover my blemish. It's going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in the color 1.0. It is going to be lighter than my skin color, but I usually like to use this as a highlight and then going in with powder contour later. I usually like to let it sit for a little bit for a tutorial sake. I'm just going to blend it out right now. got the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. It's just this right here. She also has the loose translucent powder. There's a big size difference. So this is the loose translucent powder, which we're going to use too. So I'm going to set the concealer with the Secret Brightening Powder. There's a big difference with the texture as well. The powders are a lot thinner. And the color is actually a lot whiter too. So we're going to go ahead and take a powder brush, fluffy powder brush, dab it into the translucent powder. It's okay if you grab a lot. And then just go ahead and dab under the eye. Usually whatever powder is left, I like to powder my nose because I do have really oily skin. So when I powder down my nose like this, it really helps set the makeup so that oil doesn't seep throughout the day. I'll go ahead and dab it again in the powder and do the other side of the eye. Now we're going to take another fluffy powder brush and go ahead and take a powder foundation. I usually use the MAC MSF, but I'm just going to go ahead and use the MAC Pro Longwear. I'm going to powder down the rest of my face to set that. Now that the foundation is all done, we can finally start on the powder contour and highlight. So in my first video, I showed you guys my Kat Von D contour palette, and that one's my favorite that I like to use. My second favorite is the Lorac Pro contour palette right here, and it comes with these shades. 3 highlight colors and then 3 contour colors, light, medium, and dark, obvious. So I go in with this color right here. I'll take a fluffy contour brush and I'll go in with that medium shade. And when I contour, I like to just draw out the line first with the brush, and then I'll go ahead and blend it up in circular motions. So you'll see that I'll do this. And then I'll blend it up in light circular motions. To go ahead and contour my jawline as well, because sometimes I got that double chin action going on, so I try to hide it as much as possible. So we'll go ahead and go in with the darkest color right here and go right under the chin, or the jawline, sorry. We'll go right there and then we'll blend it down. I'm in a rush to get out, and my boo bang would see like a really sharp line right over here on my jawline, and it'll make me blend that shit out before we leave the car. So yeah, just blend, blend, blend. Alright, now that we have our contour on, we're gonna go ahead and bake. So we're gonna go in with the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder again. I'm gonna take my sponge, the pointy side of it, and then go right under my eye. That's how it looks like. And then I will take the regular translucent powder from Mercier and then go under the contour. And while this is baking, I'll do my nose contour. And I use two brushes for this. I'll use the straight edge brush right here. And then I will use a fluffy brush. So what I'll do is go in with the fluffy brush first. I'll use my Lait Pro contour palette and I'll use the lightest shade. I'll go down both sides of my nose. So what this does is elongates your nose. When you contour it like this, it makes it look slimmer, which gives it a longer illusion. So I don't want to look like I have a long nose, so what I'll do is go ahead and contour a little bit under here, just to kind of cut it off right there. Now to emphasize on it, I'll go in with the straight edge brush, dip in the same color, and just draw down that line on this side. And then go in the middle again. And the other side. Go back in with a fluffy brush and blend it out. Alright, so you can see that the nose looks slimmer. Now we're going to go ahead and go in with the translucent powder again and go down the bridge of the nose. You don't have to do this step, but I'm really oily. So I noticed that when I do this, it really sets the makeup and I don't get oily throughout the day. Okay, so the camera overheated, but I'm back. And we're done baking. We're gonna go ahead and blend everything out. Done blending everything out, we can go in with blush and highlight. I'm just going in with my old Coastal Scents palette, and I am gonna use a where's that brush? I think I just lost the brush. Well, we're gonna go in with this brush right here. I'm gonna go in with this mauve color blush, and we're gonna apply it in an angle. So I'm doing it in an angle because I do have a rounder face, and applying it in an angle will go ahead and slim down my face, elongate it a little bit, rather than just putting on the apples of my cheeks, which most people learn to just put on the apples of their cheeks. That will actually give me a rounder face. So we're gonna go ahead and apply that above the contour. And if you watched my first video, you know my favorite highlight is the Balm Cosmetics Mirror Luminizer. And it just looks like this. I'm already hitting pan obviously because it's my favorite highlight. I'm going in with the big fluffy fan brush like this. I got this from Morphe Brushes. You dab that in, and then we're gonna put that right over here above the blush. You can see that it leaves a really nice glow on the skin. Then I will go in with a smaller fan brush. And I'm going to put it right under my brow bone. And then one more highlight spot. I'm going to dab my finger into the highlight and just kind of run it up and out a little bit. So there you go. Alright you guys, that's the final look. This is how I do my foundation, contour, and highlight routine every day for work. This is how it looks like. I will list the products down below if you're interested. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any other ideas of what you want to see in future videos, go ahead and let me know. But I think this is going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next video.